This is Larry Mitchell with Friends of Israel. We're continuing our verse-by-verse study through the Apocalypse of Jesus Christ. Today we will be looking at Revelation 13:3, Part 1. And I saw one of the heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. How do we know Jesus is really the Messiah? Well, he rose from the dead, Romans 1:4, and declared to be Son of God with power according to the Spirit of holiness by the resurrection from the dead. Jesus died, so did Muhammad, so did Buddha, so did Joseph Smith, so did every other religious leader. Muhammad is still lying in the grave. Buddha is still in the grave. Joseph Smith is still in the grave. Every false religious leader continues to rot in the grave. But Jesus rose from the dead. He is alive. The Antichrist is Satan's counterfeit Messiah. The word Antichrist comes from two Greek words meaning another, and Christos meaning Christ or Messiah. Jesus' resurrection confirms he is the Messiah. Therefore, in order to seduce the masses into accepting the Antichrist as the counterfeit Messiah, there will be a counterfeit resurrection. Revelation 13:12, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. The prophet Zechariah reveals the Antichrist will be attacked by a sword. His right arm and his right eye will be darkened and will not be healed from their wounds. Zechariah 11:15-17. And the Lord said unto me, Take unto thee yet the instruments of a foolish shepherd. For lo, I will raise up a shepherd in the land, which shall not visit those that be cut off, neither shall seek the young one, nor heal that which is broken, nor feed that which standeth still, but he shall eat flesh of the fat, and tear their claws in pieces. Woe to the idle shepherd that leaveth the flock! The sword shall be upon his arm, and upon his right eye. His arm shall be clean dried up, and his right eye shall be utterly darkened. I will not be dogmatic about this, but I believe the assassin may be an Islamic terrorist, because the sword is a favorite weapon of Islamic terrorists. The Old Testament seems to indicate the Arabs will not readily submit to the rule of the Antichrist. Daniel 11:40. At the time of the end shall the king of the south, Egypt, push against the Antichrist, and the king of the north, Syria, shall come against the Antichrist like a whirlwind, with chariots, with fire, with horsemen, and many ships. And he, the Antichrist, shall enter into the countries, and shall overflow and pass over. A rabbit trail. The prophet Zechariah prophesied that the Antichrist's eye will be darkened. There is an Islamic Antichrist. He is called the Dajjal. The Dajjal is a superlative form of the root word daji, meaning lie or deception. It means deceiver, and appears in classical Syriac writings. The deceiving Messiah, a specific end-time deceiver. The Dajjal is an evil being who will seek to impersonate the true Messiah. A number of locations are associated with the emergence of the Dajjal, but usually he emerges from the east. He is usually described as blind in one eye, which eye he is blind in, being uncertain and disputed by some. Both of his eyes are, however, considered to be defective, at least with one being totally blind, the other protruding. Possessing a defective eye is often regarded as giving more powers to achieve evil goals. He will travel the whole world, entering every city except Mecca and Medina. As a false Messiah, it is believed that many will be deceived by him and join his ranks, among them Jews, Bedouin, weavers, magicians. Further, he is assisted by an army of devils. Nevertheless, the most reliable supporters will be the Jews, to whom he will be the incarnation of God. That's a quote from the Wikipedia. The Antichrist's darkened eye may be a sign given to Muslims to resist the ministry in person of the coming Antichrist. Shabbat Shalom. This is Larry Mitchell.